Ladies and gents, welcome back to What's the Intel podcast. Today I'm joined by the usual host, Captain Taylor, as his new name suggests, and he will talk about his new brand and everything else that he's looking forward to do. And I'm also joined by the mighty Curran as well. So guys, today we have got a big amount of topics to talk about. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty, how the lockdown's treating us, and also, some more content that What's the Intel, will be bringing you guys on YouTube and on other platforms as well as Ash, aka Curran, and Captain Tyler, about what they're going to be doing, what they're going to be producing, and a little bit from their side of things on how they're coping with this lockdown as well. So straight into it then. I think it's important, guys, first of all, for all of you to hit the like button and subscribe, especially if you're new around here, guys. We have had a big change on how this channel is going to be running and the content we're producing, and I think we're only going to get better from here out, guys. So I'm really looking forward to producing more content with these two. But yeah, guys, so I think best to start off like we did last week. Current state of the lockdown in the UK, not much has changed. They've just extended the lockdown period now for another 3 weeks. So still the same guidelines, only going out for food, health reasons or work. If we do go out, we need to make sure that when we get back in, we wash our hands as soon as possible. And we do not go out to meet, friends, family, that kind of stuff. Especially even if we don't have the symptoms. I think that's the biggest point in there. A lot of people are spreading this virus and they don't even realise they've got it. They're what's called a carrier. Those are probably the most dangerous kind of interactions because they have no idea what they're doing, and that's the biggest reason why I've not, apart from it is now, governed and say don't go and see your girlfriend, whatever. Even if I did and broke that rule and then I found out that she was ill or her mum and dad was ill after I'd seen her, it's the guilt that I would get from that is horrendous. So with that being said, gents, how are you finding this extension? How are you currently finding lockdown?
I think I'll start on this one. For me, lockdowns took a different spiral because this week I've gone back to work, working in a primary school. So I'm back to work with the children, obviously, that have parents that work in the NHS.
Yeah.
So for me, I follow the kind of same routine I did before lockdown, which was go to work, come home, do that 5 times a week. The only thing that hasn't changed at the minute during lockdown is the football. We've not got that back.
Yeah.
Which is depressing at times when you see Saturday 2 o'clock. There's no kicking the ball about.
Yeah.
So it's tough to take. Yeah. Because that's, some people are like, it's only football, but I've done it all my life. It's all we know.
That's it, man. Yeah.
That's what we enjoy. So, and especially when you see it going from like we spoke about last week, the Premier League is still looking to go ahead. Yet grassroots football isn't, and it doesn't have the same target audience. But going away from that, I think the toughest thing for me during this lockdown is coming home from work. When I get in from work after obviously not seeing my little lad all day, I've got to go straight upstairs, take a bath, sort my hygiene out, clean myself down, because you don't know what you've been in contact with while at work, and to hear him crying at the stairs because he's seen you come in and you've not acknowledged him because
any attention.
You're not allowed. You've not given him a cuddle. him shouting your name at the bottom of the stairs. All you want to do is go down, but like I say, it's 20 minutes of your time to go and get cleaned up to prevent something that could be really serious. So it's all for good health and good measures.
Yeah. All right. Ash, new PC.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
New life, new content.
That's it. How you finding it?
Oh, I think it's brilliant. Like, it's just helped me in terms of like content. It's a bit easier, it's more accessible.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was using my laptop. So I think transferring from my laptop to PC in terms of what I want to achieve at the end of it is massive. There was a big space on my desk. It was just looking at me. I need to fill it.
You need to fill it. Yeah.
And the only thing I had in mind was a PC. And it felt like having that missing piece on my desk is a missing piece in terms of where I want to get as well. So using that PC and filling that gap, essentially, you would say, is a good thing, and I think it's going to help for future content as well in terms of what's the intel and also my own YouTube branding as well.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's all accessible to all of us. I know Aaron's got a PC now as well, so it kind of works in our way, because at the minute it was only Stanno who had one, so it was more of a reliant on him to try and get the top content as well as trying to get his own content as well on the side. So I understand the pressure and how much, what's the word, like you can build up that much, so much you can take. So
yeah,
it's nice that he can also rely on us two now as well to try and do something.
And it's also like good that, you know, like, I mean, touch wood, it never happens, but if, like, let's say one of our PCs break, there's then another person that can still cover for everyone. So, do you know what I mean? Like, we're never going to get stuck in that position where technology is letting us down. You know, and on that note, guys, you know, we are aware that Aaron's webcam is like skipping, it's a bit laggy, whatever, it's not keeping up with his voice. This is going to be hopefully the last time you're going to see his webcam like this. He was just saying before the show that actually he's going to be getting a webcam, and obviously all that stuff. So his quality from his point of view will massively improve. Let's move on. You know, we spoke about that. I think me and Ash obviously put together the plan, the things we were going to talk about today. And the one thing that I think at the moment is massive, you know, from me and your point, Aaron, coming back from Fortnite to play Warzone again, you know, whether you like it, love it, hate it, whether you're good at it or bad at it, you know, it's doing something right, because you've now had, you know, Fortnite pros who've played the game for 2 years, competing, earning big money, who are now pushing that to the side to come and play Warzone. What do you think? In fact, we'll go with the first question. How are you finding Warzone?
Jeez. Warzone in general, or just Call of Duty?
Just Warzone to start with, yeah.
Personally, I think it is the best VR game that is out.
Okay.
But also, on the other personal hand, it is the worst VR game that I play. I am absolutely arse at this game.
Yeah. Do you think that's maybe because you haven't spent a lot of time playing it?
Like I said, the thing is, that's why I asked the question about is it Call of Duty or Warzone?
Mm-hmm.
Because as you know, my PS4 broke.
Yeah. And
there was no way of me continuing to play Call of Duty, as everyone that watches this podcast will know we all compete.
So what was you saying, bro? Sorry.
Yeah, as I was saying, we tried to compete.
Yeah.
We was doing that for a while, and that's all we played. There was, even when Fortnite was out, we didn't play it. I enjoyed the game, and I still do. I never pursued it to try and compete in Fortnite, simply because Call of Duty is the game.
Yeah.
I've said that's my main reason why I asked about Call of Duty was I've always said it about Call of Duty, despite Warzone. I love this Call of Duty. Apart from pubs, competitive, and the VR is awesome. I love the game.
Okay.
But I'm arse at Warzone, and my PS4 broke, so I couldn't play competitive. So that kind of stopped my Call of Duty journey.
Yeah.
However, as of today, I've got a PS4 back. Your boy's going to be back on that grind.
Spicy. But
yeah, in terms of Warzone, there's a lot of features in it that make it what it is. I won't talk about them too much at the minute because I can see that there is some questions about them.
Yeah. We're moving on.
But in terms of Warzone, yeah, it's a great game mode. I'm just arse at it.
Yeah. To be fair, I think I agree with you with Warzone being the best battle royale out there at the moment. I can't remember the last time I played a game till 3-4 o'clock in the morning without realising it was 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Last night, I think you was on with me, Ash, as well. Last night, you know, we was on for a while with Smithy and one of our mates, and I think it was about 1:30 before we went off, and I carried on playing afterwards. I didn't realise it was so early in the morning, just grinding out Warzone, and you know, initially when I played it, I thought, oh, maybe this is overcomplicated. didn't really give it the time of day. Come back to it a couple of days ago, and I was like, "What? This is actually the best, most enjoyable battle royale that I've personally played." How are you finding it though, Ash?
I think the game as a whole, I absolutely love it. Like, I can't get enough of it. But
Yeah.
one thing I would take away from it is that it's allowed me to reconnect with friends.
Yeah.
I think I think a lot of people are realizing now with this lockdown that they have a lot of time on their hands, and it's a nice way just to kind of sit back, relax, play a game with your friends. And you know, it reminds me of it. Just reminds me of Modern Warfare 2. Not the game, but in terms of playing with your friends.
The time period, yeah.
So remember when you used to come home from school, you used to run home, get your bike as fast as you can, like, get home, get on, and all your friends would be on at the same time. Whereas now it's exactly the same. I'm waking up, doing the workout, going for a walk, and then coming back and on. The people I used to play with back in the day, or I have a social life with outside of Call of Duty, as you would say, and now on it. So it's nice to just kind of rekindle them relationships and kind of slow down a little bit, have a little bit of a laugh, have some banter flowing there, here and there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best and the most important thing me personally, I've took away from it, because it's nice. Like, I've started playing games like Mike Myers. Playing Cops and Robbers, and the next one what we're going to play in a custom game, you're more than welcome to join, is Simon Says. So one person, you're all lined up, and one person's with a gun, and you got Simon Says turn left, and you all got to turn left. And stuff like that. And if you don't do it, you get shot. And it's just kind of bringing them memories back to me as a kid, and bringing them right back now. And I think that to put all that as a whole and put it into a game such as Warzone, and in a battle royale where it is fairly new. Battle royales are fairly new.
Yeah.
And they've only come to light as of the past 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Whereas multiplayer Call of Duty has been around for years, and it's nice to kind of just jump on and do something else. And it is. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just think it's well played.
Yeah, definitely. I was just about to say, can any of you remember? I mean, I think he still streams and still makes videos now. There is a professional content creator out there. I can't remember his name, but his whole channel is built of him playing those like party games, if you want, on Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Your Mike Myers and your Simon Says and all that. And I was just thinking then, I was like, I remember that there's a guy like who used to make them. But yeah, like, I completely agree with you. I do think that this whole lockdown period, for some, it's really, really painful, especially if they're in, relationships that aren't necessarily fantastic or anything like that. But for those of us that are able to play PlayStation and to create content or to do something different, it's because all of our mates are now at home. Like I said, our mate that I was with yesterday, I haven't played PlayStation with him for probably the best part in about a year. And then I've been on with him today. I'll be up with him later today. And, like you said, you have a little bit of banter, and it reminds you of the old times when you did used to, you'd hear that Modern Warfare 2's at home, and you get on, you'd run through the corridors, barging teachers out of the way, because you knew that this was a day you were going to be on till God knows what time in the morning. Yeah, I do think it's that. I mean, I think we'll probably move on, later in the conversation to the issues, but just because it's on the top of my head and it's not technically on the plan, have you lot heard about what they're doing to the people that are currently hacking in Warzone on PC?
Yeah, I know.
I have.
Yeah, so I always just think it's hilarious. I was chatting to a Stallion in his stream today about it, and I was saying how it's literally going to be like battle of the biggest and best hacker, because they're going to be in these lobbies without even realising that they're now playing against other hackers. Like, next thing you know, they're just getting shot from nowhere, and their hack isn't like good enough to not get killed. So I think it's
like a little bit of a taste of your medicine.
Yeah, I'd love to be like a fly on the wall in those games, just to see the reactions of those that think they're about to wreck everyone. And then next
you'd love to have an ear in that party, wouldn't
That's it, yeah. All right, well, obviously this week, I believe it was this week, obviously don't quote me on it, Ash, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but this week they added trios again. Was it?
Yeah, they brought
Was
it
it with
back.
season
Well,
3?
they removed it and then they brought it back. They removed
Right.
it. Just they brought it back in the plunder. So
Yeah.
the plunder mode, and then everybody complained. They was like, "Oh, what are you doing that for?" And then now they just fully officially brought it back as full battle royale trios.
Yeah,
So
I think it's a good idea because like for people like us, especially when there's 3 of us, a lot of friend groups out there as well. There's only ever 3 of them on, or if there is a 4th, then they go and play squads. So I think having that 3-player mode, I think is essential to the majority of games out there.
just imagine bringing a 5. Imagine that. Be like,
Yeah,
do you believe it would be too much? Or
I think 5's too much. I don't think you can put 5 in there.
I know that's what I mean. Like they need to. For me personally, I think they need to put duos in. I think duos is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quads.
100%.
Quads is for me. I just don't think it plays as well as trios, and I don't know why. There's something that just doesn't feel about it. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me not thinking there's an extra teammate or anything like that. But for me, on a personal level, I just don't think it plays well.
I think
the
gunfights. Yeah.
I think if they never brought trios back, and you didn't have the alternative to go and play that, I think you kind of get used to having that extra man, or having the amount of money, But with trios being in, and that's all like you've played since it's come out. Like you say, you get 2 down, you're waiting for that last one, but yet there's still someone behind you.
I think another part of the problem as well with it being on quads or squads is, like how you can get self-revive in the game. If you're not close enough to get that elimination, or there's other people around, you'll start going to look for them. You'll maybe get a couple of them kills. Your team will help you, whatever. You'll knock all 4, or what you think you've knocked all 4. Next thing you know, another 2 are up because they got self-revive. And I think the gunfights on it just last too long. Whereas on trios, you can. It just seems to play out a lot smoother.
I agree with that. I think for me, I'd take that self-revive out. Yeah. Especially of quads. Not of the smaller, like if they put duos in, I'd say duos and solos, put a self-revive in. Although in solos it's pointless because you're getting finished no matter what.
Yeah.
If you're still standing on a solo and that guy's not finished, he's either an idiot or, he's just an idiot.
He's an idiot, or he's an idiot.
Yeah, if he hasn't got that kill and he knows that, and then he hasn't finished it because he knows that he could be self-reviving. So in solos, it's a bit pointless. In duos, I could understand it because your duo can go, distract him while you get up. But in quads, trios, is there a point? I think there's too many ways you can get back in anyway, because you've got more than one teammate that you can rely on to buy you back in if you lose your gulag.
Yeah,
which I mean, you boys are going to be spending a lot of money getting me back in, by the way.
I mean, like just on that point, I think that if you are playing as a quad, I think the buyback should be a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because
yes.
4,500. Because if you think about it, right? If you got a team of 3, but in quads you have a team of 4s. So you think about it, you got 4, 8, 12. So there's 3 squads here. That's 12 people. Then in 3s, you got 3, 6, 9, 12. So effectively, you've got an extra team of 3 on top of your gunfight, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Extra 3 players. So essentially, it's an extra trio. So for me, it's an extra squad. So that means it just makes it a little bit more hectic. So what they could do is just put, like they did with the loadout drop. I think it was $5,000 in the first one. That's $6,000, something like that.
Yeah, that's gone up.
I think they should put the rebuy probably like 4,500 for duos, 6,000 for trios, and probably 8,000 for quads. Because essentially you've got
an extra person.
You just got it banged on. I was just about to say I'd do 2,000 ahead. So if you're playing squads, 2,000 ahead would be 8k. To buy someone back in. Trios 6k, duos 4k.
Yeah, I think that works well. Like we said, I don't think necessarily having that self-revive is the only thing that makes quads play slightly worse.
Could you think it should be only bought once?
Yeah, I think you should get it once in a game, like the gulag.
So you got the gulag, which is essentially a respawn if you do win. And then secondly, you have the option to buy another one. And if once you
Yeah.
bought and you've gone down and you're revived, after that, it's done. You're dead, and then
I
it's a
think
chance to
they
get
should
your
do
ball
the
back
exact
and you get
same
it back.
thing with the buyback as well. I don't think you should have unlimited availability and chance to bring back teammates that have died after they've already been.
To be fair, I do get where you're going with it, but on the other hand, on the flip side, I do think it's really entertaining when you're the last one and you've got two other players and you're in the last zone. There's one chance to get your teammates back in, and you got to run, and you got a choice between either your death, or essentially bringing two or one of your teammates back. So I think it does balance out well in trios, I think, but in quads, I think they need to kind of either up the price or the way it's all about self-revive.
Do you think there might be as well then on that same point? So obviously it's going to stay in, but do you think then every time you use that buyback, the cost goes up for that player?
Could be, yeah.
Because then
that'd be a good way.
Yeah,
there'd be a lot I'd take out of that buyback anyway.
In Fortnite, if you died, you get to collect the thing and then that's it. Then after that,
yeah, no, you collect it and then it's very much the same thing. You just go to the van wherever they are
each time,
and then but there's no cost associated with that in Fortnite. It doesn't matter how many times you go down, you can just go and get them in.
But there's a time limit.
Yeah.
There's
a time limit on getting your card. They could implement something like that instead of getting a card. Just put a time limit in where it's like you've got a minute and a half to get your teammate back in if you don't get it in that time.
Yeah.
But then you're always running the risk in that because you've got to go and find money. That's essentially your time limit, finding the money.
Yeah.
If you don't already have it, your time limit is go and find money. So I like the aspect of finding the money. I think that's great.
Yeah.
There's a lot I'd take out of the buying pods. For me, I'd have stuck to Call of Duty roots and kept the precision airstrike, the UAV, and I possibly would have kept the loadout drop as a care package kill streak.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have put that stuff in a buy.
Yeah.
But that's it works well in the buy. I'm not saying take it out, but I'm just saying if I would have started the game from scratch, I probably wouldn't have put them in. I'd have kept it as it's classic Call of Duty. Get your kill streaks.
It's a care package. Yeah, you just
because that's what it is.
And it's like a rush. It's like a roulette. Then it's like a bang, prison airstrike. Oh, right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I struggle with the
Your camera's gone, bud.
Oh.
Yeah. Carry on.
I need to make sure everything's in the same place. Yeah, I do struggle with the kill streaks in Battle Royale in Warzone because as much as that's Call of Duty, as much as they've always been there, and as much as they're in the game, so I'm going to use them. I do think that for those players that aren't necessarily fantastic at gunfights, it's an easy way out. Like they could just whip a precision down, that pins you back in your building, and they can just run off. And fair enough, that's a strategy, but I think
you've got to earn it, Anthony. Just come.
That's it. You can't just.
For me, you can drop at that bank.
Yeah.
And I've dropped at a hell of a lot of banks on this Warzone, and you come out of there with easily 6k.
Oh, easy, yeah.
You can buy a precision, and go to another building, get another 1 or 2k, and you've got a UAV.
Yeah.
You've got an easy setup for a couple of kills for a kid that doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
So I agree with you on that. I don't think they should. I think there should be kill streaks, but I wouldn't take them out because it still works well having to buy it.
Yeah. I think
because it's one of them things to think about. Do you spend your 4.5k on a self revive, or do you spend it on a UAV?
Yeah. I do think it's a difficult one with the kill streaks though, because once you start going down the route of adding them in as kill streaks and earning them rather than being able to buy them, it's then, which kill streaks do you allow people to choose and which kill streaks do you not? Because then you're running the risk of allowing people to just earn an advanced UAV. And
well, no, because they've already picked what you can earn and what you can't earn, because you're essentially earning them by earning the money.
Yeah, but
so they've already picked that. So what they're saying is, you pick them 3 still, or 4, sorry, the shield turret, although no one uses it, it's there.
Yeah.
Precision airstrike, UAV, and I'd put your care package as your loadout drop.
Yeah, I suppose.
And you could possibly put. Do you know, like they used to have that specialist where you could earn it by getting score instead of kills?
Yeah.
For me, I'd put that in, but when you change it to specialist, it earns it for your team. So it counts your whole team's kills. So say like you popped off, Stanno, got 6 kills, we got none. You've earned us the UAV as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we can all there'd be rules on that. You can only earn like the loadout drop once.
Yeah.
Or something. So just little things have changed, but as a whole, it's still the best game.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I just can't wait to get better at it.
Yeah, that's it. Like I'm exactly the same. Like obviously coming back, it's good to be back. I'm enjoying the game. Got a video straight up today, just gone live. I'm
Video
back.
bangs as well.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm grinding, and that's the kind of content I want to be producing. But let's move on. Ash, talk. You can run me this one because I haven't seen this. Obviously, being away from the game for a couple of months and coming back. What is this next part of the show about? Because I can see what it is.
You've not seen this?
I don't. Maybe I have.
I know we went to Fortnite, lad, but I've seen this.
Maybe I have, but I just don't know. So yeah, explain
the meme thing.
The gulag meme, yeah.
So the question is, the gulag. How has this impacted the growth of the game? How do you think it's impacted the growth of the game?
Right.
I think.
Go on,
Stanno.
I personally think the gulag is the reason why this battle royale is the best battle royale out there. Because let's talk about Fortnite. There isn't anything. Like, you might just pick up your card and you're out of the game now. Like, you are relying on your teammates to get you back in. I think actually having a second chance, another platform for you to prove that you're better than everyone in a 1v1, I think it just adds another element of excitement to the game. I think it's fantastic.
That I do get, but I mean, but in relation to the social media side,
that's what I was saying.
If you're looking at Fortnite, Twin Towers was the main thing in Fortnite. I was playing it, but Tilted Towers. Sorry, my bad. Tilted Towers. So, so everybody drop at Tilted Towers. Tilted Towers are the thing. Now, Call of Duty has took over and gone, listen, you're going to the gulag. Like, everyone's talking about the gulag. There's things on social media, like in terms of like girlfriends, like going, oh, what's a gulag? And the boys trying to troll them. So it's coming to like, it's not just the Warzone, it's the gulag, what I think has brought the attention to Warzone. Because
Warzone. What's the gulag?
Yeah. So, and even if you obviously Google search gulag, it doesn't come up with Call of Duty Warzone, and it comes up with something completely different. So I think it's good that they found something what kind of centralizes Warzone and holds the weight to it, similar to Fortnite, and I think that's why Fortnite blew up as well. But now I think that because they've got gulag, it's everybody's talking about it. Like, everybody's talking about it, especially the people who play content and or play games or create content. But on the flip side, the people who don't play it are now curious and thinking, what the hell is this gulag?
Yeah.
So for me, I think that has kind of blown it up in proportion as big as it should.
100% agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. Like, obviously, as you can probably tell by the top I've got on, I support Man United. On Instagram, I follow a lot of the players. And you constantly see everyday story from multiple of the players. Workout done. Now a meeting time in the gulag. It's the thing that's making me so happy about it is you see that. Let's put it in perspective. The real world. So the real life celebrities or the real life people that didn't game. Now understand the gamer lingo. Like, if you would have gone to, say, anybody in the real world that didn't game prior to this lockdown and said, let's meet at the gulag, they would have been the same as all them girls.
Yeah.
They would have been like, what? It's a gulag.
Yeah.
You know,
See.
but the fact that, I mean, the fact that a game can bring so much, like, joy and have such an impact on social media. Because, like you said, social media's had an impact on the game.
Yeah.
But I believe the game's had an impact on social media more than the social media's had an impact on the game.
Yeah, definitely.
In terms of, like I said, in terms of the memes, you can put a 30-second video up and it'll go viral. Like, we've seen one hashtag, there's in one today where they spray painted 2 fake people on the wall.
Yeah.
The guy that was, attempting to kill him in the gulag shot the wall, and he's got an easy kill because he knows where he is. Memes like that, or, like I said, girlfriends being wound up thinking that someone's gone out and broke lockdown by telling them they go into the gulag.
Yeah.
Or they texting their mum, telling their mum they're meeting the boys at the gulag, they're going out for a bit. And then the mum's blowing up.
After this lockdown, I would not be surprised if there's any pubs that have unfortunately, not been able to stay afloat. If that pub just gets converted and it just is called the gulag, like, I'm going down the gulag.
They will be plenty.
There'll be
they
loads.
will be plenty.
Yeah, I have some memes and stuff.
Sorry, I know it's a pop, like something's big when it's on TikTok and there's memes getting created because of TikTok.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, TikTok is the platform at the minute where content is getting created, and the stuff what comes out of there, I think, is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's
I can't really speak for myself. I've never got it. No, I won't get.
There's a picture what I seen of I think it's Jeremy Clarkson with his pants down to the ankles and the pistol in his hand, aiming it, going, just come out of the gulag. Like, it's like how you can relate to it. And it's a lot of people are relating to it. And I think it's a good way to get the game on the front foot again. And I don't think I felt like this about Call of Duty since probably, like, as I said before, like reconnected with your friends and stuff like that. It's similar to Modern Warfare 2. So it's good. And on the other hand, is that it also has, going on to our next point, is it also has a multiplayer as well. So you've got the best of both worlds. Either you want to either grind on Warzone or just chat with your friends, and then you've got the competitive side where you can just jump into a ranked lobby and have that side as well. So you can choose which side you're
really ranked.
Go across.
Go on, carry on. Sorry, Matt. I don't want to cross you.
It's to be fair though, it's allowed me to kind of pick which one do I want to go to. I can go to Warzone, I can go to multiplayer. Whereas Fortnite and Battle Royales in general, you just have one platform. You get on and you log on, and then that's how you do it. Whereas you can still have the competitive side in Call of Duty. That's still there. But we've brought in Warzone, and we've got the biggest internet meme probably today at this moment in time at the gulag. So you're winning.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say Fortnite pips Call of Duty at is pushing competitive to amateur players. I do, simply because of them. Everybody's seen them, so it's not new to somebody. But if it is new to somebody, what Fortnite does is they do daily cups for anybody. You have to be a certain level to get in. But as me and Stanno found out, to get to that level, it isn't hard.
No.
To get higher than that level is hard.
Yeah.
But to get to the entry level to compete, it's not hard. So it is available for anybody, and they do them every day. Now,
but
I think that will be great.
Haven't they, in certain tournaments, haven't they? Have I heard?
Well, I was just about to speak about this. I was going to touch on this.
It looks like they're not kind of, yes, I understand your amateur side, but they've just kind of took out the big focus of what they brought to the game and as a whole.
I was just about to say,
it's cross-compatible. You can play with your friends all over the world. All right, okay, that's fine. They not have a console. But now we'll just take it out. Yeah, fantastic.
I do agree. I do agree with that.
The game's gone backwards. That's why Ninja and all these influencers now have just gone straight off.
Yeah.
So it's backwards. It's gone backwards.
That's another reason why I think Warzone is so successful at the moment. One of the biggest things for Fortnite was that, one, they were the first game ever to introduce cross-platform. Obviously now that's been taken away. You've had content creators like CurrazY, Nick Merckx, they've both stopped playing Fortnite to come and play Warzone, which now increases, you know, the amount of people who's watching this, the amount of people that's watching the like Warzone online. So, you know, and we're not just talking about a couple of hundred people. You know, Nick Merckx, you know, you're talking about 40 to 100,000 people, you know, when he's streaming, watching him play. I do think that Warzone's, you know, a big thing. And like you said, you know, with Call of Duty, you got multiplayer, you got Warzone, you got competitive. And I like how, you know, to be able to get the best class set up in Warzone, to get the best sniper in Warzone or attachments for a weapon, you have to play the other. Yes. Yeah. And
but that's where they failed.
And what do you mean they failed?
Why make a free-to-play game? Why make a free-to-play game?
In that sense, but
why make a free-to-play game, but then you have to go on multiplayer, which then you have to buy
you can still get
to produce your guns.
But that's
nah, because I'm running around with an absolute CAC M4. This is why I hate the game and love the game. I'm running around with a CAC M4 because I've got to play an Xbox and a free-to-play.
We'll get a high skill game, a high kill game in Warzone, then you'll be alright.
But no, like the thing is,
what people running around with them grabs? Come on, lad.
Let me get my point in here in this lovely debate that we're having. At the end of the day, right, these are companies that need to sell their game, and by offering Warzone to people for free, they're taking a hit from that in the hope that people play it and go, I really need to be using that gun. I really need to be using that sniper. Therefore, people are going to go, you know what? I'm just going to get the game. I'm really enjoying Warzone, but I need this. If this is that good, multiplayer, and that's going to be even better. And, you know, we'll move on to it in a minute. But I do think it's good that they're integrating all the platforms that they've got in the game, depending on which, obviously, one you want to play the most.
I disagree. I don't think they took a big hit at all by doing it free. Because I don't know a battle royale that you have to pay for.
The what? Sorry, the battle royale.
I don't know a battle royale that you have to pay for apart from
PUBG. PUBG's not. Yeah, I was gonna say PUBG's not free.
Yeah, but that's dead now.
You make the revenue through adding battle passes and skins and stuff.
Of course.
Like, yeah, I understand, but as a game, is it a whole Call of Duty is a game, and this is where you got to look at the difference. Whereas Call of Duty isn't branded as a battle royale game.
No, it just has features.
It's a battle royale as an FPS, and that's how it's always been. Whereas Fortnite has been just a battle royale, and that's their game as a whole. Whereas Call of Duty's gone, you know what? We'll add something onto it to make it a little bit more interesting. Yes, I understand it's probably a little bit of a struggle trying to get your guns up. I understand that. But the ones who do have the full game can have the full benefit of actually buying the game and having the exclusive features which you should have it on anyway. Whereas the people who are using Warzone on the flip side, who are using the free content, as you would say, are still probably buying the Battle Pass.
Yeah.
Are still unlocking guns within the Battle Pass, which you can do, which are the what they call the armory, where you can find the full equipped gun. So you're not left out as a whole, because I've just unlocked an MP5 at Battle Pass level 60, which has probably got the same attachments what Scud probably runs out in a competitive thing. So it's still there as a whole. It's just that there's different ways to achieve that class if you do have it free. And if you don't want to buy the Battle Pass, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. Or kill somebody and pick up their gun. There's different ways you can get there, but we'll move on.
Yeah, so next part then, I mean, I guess we've pretty much covered what the next topic was, but we move on then. So I was chatting to my dad last night and trying to explain to him why I think, from my point of view, why Modern Warfare's, you know, public match and just the game as a whole, you know, made me actually make that move to Fortnite. You know, there's never been a Call of Duty that I've ever played where I've left the game for that long, for a couple of months and not played it. And I was sitting there trying to explain to him from my point of view why I don't think this game, you know, he's retaining or holding on, should I say, to those people that are already playing the game. And I was trying to go down the route of, you know, you've got within all the Call of Duties you've had an area where you can just have fun, which is always public matches, and then you've got an area where it's grind time, it's serious, and that was always rank play. And I personally think that without having a proper rank play, this game's struggling. I think if this game would have had Warzone, public matches are beginning to become more fun with the introduction of new guns, with the introduction of new maps that have been remastered. What do you think, Ash, from your point of view? Do you think this game's struggling in any elements?
Which game? Sorry.
Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare.
What in? No.
You don't think it's struggling?
I don't think it's struggling at all because this. I'm going to go back to it again. Warzone has been the best feature.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of give us a little bit of an insight of what it would be like last year with Black Ops 4. And then this year, they have improved on it. I didn't think they would do, and I didn't think they'd bring something out. But the only thing what Call of Duty has over other titles is the inclusion of maps from other titles. So this Warzone can be expanded. This map could be expanded into something else. You could probably have high rise. You could have like terminal. You could put a crash in there. You know, a little bit of rust. Like they could expand it to what the fans used to like. So they're thinking, like whereas new games such as like Fortnite, this Valorant or whatever, like they haven't really got that to fall back on.
Yeah.
Whereas Call of Duty has built up this franchise, this fan base for that many years. Like people are excited when Rust got added. People are excited when Shipment got added and stuff. So they've always got them features to add in there because of the hard work they've done previously. So the only thing I think they are lacking in is the rank play system. And I think that they are lacking in is adding things in at the right times or putting a game out which is entirely finished to an extent.
Yeah.
Because like, they just inputted the game battles stuff, and that's still not even up. And the new game's nearly out soon.
Yeah.
But I think that obviously the rank play system, I think they should have added something like that. Not play on pubs and just click like that. It doesn't help anybody, mate.
It's not rank play, and it's definitely not league play, and it's definitely not competitive. You know, it's all it is public matches that are locked down by competitive rules and competitive map sets. You know, it's not rank play.
It's like just going back to your point, just to wrap it all up. Do I think that they fall in? 2 years ago, yes, I was. And last year, starting of it, I think there was. And I think they just pulled themselves back.
Yeah. I do think Warzone saved them.
In the eyes of the fans, but I'm so happy that this franchising, this league has gone the way it's gone, because I thought it would have gone a lot worse, but I thought it would have gone bad.
Yeah.
The way that it was described, because it looked like they didn't even have a clue what they were doing. So it's nice that they're actually at a point where they're listening to the people and listening to the fans, because trios got took out within the 2 days, bang, they put it back in.
Yeah.
Whereas last year they took something out and they was adamant and going, nah, we're not putting it back in.
They are very good at adding it back in.
Yeah,
or listening to fans. They are very good at that.
Yeah.
So,
but for me, I got a few faults of theirs. And it's my main one is not a fault of this game. It's a fault of Call of Duty in general.
Yeah.
I hate the fact we get a new Call of Duty every year.
Mm.
They have just brought out Warzone. When did they bring it out? February, March?
Yeah.
Yeah, around that time.
That's what
we're playing a game mode that brings this game out, that makes this game the best out of all the games at the minute. But you're going to play it for 6 months and then it's done.
Yeah, I do agree.
And Blackout, you will agree with me on this one, Stanno. Blackout fed Black Ops 4 the same way
Warzone.
This is feeding Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
this is bigger than Blackout.
Yeah.
This is bigger than Blackout. But Blackout started it for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Same thing. You played it for 6 months because they didn't bring it out straight away. This is why I don't like the fact that Call of Duty do a new game every year. And like you said, this isn't Infinity Ward's fault. This isn't Sledgehammer's fault.
Just
You
the
know,
way it's
they
always
both need to
been.
bang their heads together and
Yeah.
say, you know what, we'll give you 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Well,
But
from
on,
January 2021 to September 2023.
I think they have the fear. They have the fear of other titles taking a more of a lead approach. So they probably think that if we could bring a game out every single year and refresh it, then we're going to get them people back and buying the game. Whereas,
I agree. I
look at-
agree with that, but
But on the flip side,
look at the other games.
You got GTA. To be fair, I understand that GTA's been out for years, mate, and now he's probably still pulling quite a few people playing that. But Call of Duty for me is not a game what can run over a period of 2 years, in my opinion. I
Call
don't
of
think-
Duty does not have the longevity of the other
They
games.
don't have the people get bored. They get tired of running around the same maps all the time.
I
Like,
see.
Yeah, but this is the point. If they could create a game and have an extra year creating it, because they never finished. When they bring in the game out, they never finished.
Yeah.
So if they get an extra year to create their game, because say Infinity Ward, I've got an extra year on their game.
But then again,
Sledgehammer are going to have that extra year to make it.
But then again, if the game did get the extra year and it came out and it was exactly the way you would describe, or Stanno described Call of Duty at first, and he didn't like it,
Yeah, and
then is
unfinished.
Stanno going to think it's going to be he just wasted an extra year if you get, where I'm coming from. So you can't.
Yeah, I
The
do
problem-
understand that.
The problem is-
you can give them that extra year, but it's what they just bring out a game that you don't like, then you're going to be like, oh well, I've just wasted they've just had an extra year to create a game, blah blah blah. But it does, because it doesn't fit your needs,
Yeah.
not just you, but in general, it doesn't fit
Yeah.
your needs in general. Then doesn't mean it's not a bad game. It's
Yeah.
just
No, I understand that.
You've got
But
to adapt
what I'm
to
using
games.
for an example is, I believe with Warzone, you could adapt, change the map, change the storyline, how many characters they could bring back from past CODs and introduce their storyline into Warzone. Like you said, change the map. Like you said, put high rise, terminal, rust, all in at one point. Put a throwback.
Yeah.
They could change that so many times. I look at games that do it. The biggest one is Fortnite. There's still, whether the big streamers are going, the amount of viewers and players that are still playing that game is hella high.
It's because there's not another game.
And they've
like
done it.
That's the
Look at
reason why.
Overwatch. Look at Overwatch.
Yeah, I know, but there's not. That's what I'm trying to say. There's not another game like it. But Call of Duty has built this franchise and built this brand for that many years, and the other ones haven't really had the longevity Call of Duty has. They can't just rely on just keeping one game out for thinking it. Because as I was saying back before, Fortnite's only had one title.
Yeah.
If they brought another game out and it obviously does as well as Fortnite, fair enough. But for me, like, Call of Duty have built this longevity of games and the fans and everything like that. Like, going back to Ned and Scump and everything what's attached to Call of Duty, they've got to bring one out every year, because that's what keeps people buying and keeps people interested in the game. Whereas if they just Warzone,
I think they could do something like Destiny. Me, I really disagree with it being every year.
I like buying the game every single year. I like playing a new pod. It's a new challenge, and I can adapt to it. You've got to adapt.
I want to just quickly put in and get my point across, because I think I agree almost. I like to sit on the fence with this one, and I've got a good reason for it, because
I can see where it's going with it, but I'm just from my opinion.
Yeah, I am also of the mindset that I like getting a new game every year. It's literally, Call of Duty is like, everyone knows Call of Duty, whether you're gaming or not, that there is a new game every year. Like, and when you pick it up, you got fresh guns, fresh maps. New, whether it be new battle royale coming in or a rank play coming in, it's fresh, it's new, it's exciting for everyone involved. I think the problem that they can't now go to, an every other year game or something like that, is because the current game eventually gets boring. Eventually people get fed up with it, and yes, you can chuck in Horizon, Terminal and Rust and whatever, but eventually it gets boring. And like Ash said, other gaming developers bring out their new game or their update, And Call of Duty fans will go, okay, I'm going to go and try that now because I've been playing this for a year and a half. And that game isn't good enough to hold enough people back to actually warrant a release now of another game. I think if Call of Duty left us with this game for another year, 100% the next COD will fail.
I would not be playing it. I'll tell you now, I wouldn't be playing it.
But yeah, that's what I personally think. I think if they leave Call of Duty, if they left us with Modern Warfare for another year and a half, because that's usually when it is end of the year, I believe that the Call of Duty after that will struggle because it will be difficult to pull people back to buy that game again. That's what I personally think.
So I can see where you're coming from. But every year, I say it every year, and so does everybody else, the game's never finished.
Yeah.
And it wasn't finished this time, and it will never be finished within a year. I don't get how a game developer that's making so much money cannot finish a game. It is poor.
Yeah.
From them. Not the game,
poor.
From them.
It's poor as well because half the stuff that they bring out that's unfinished, to use that title, is stuff that has been in previous games.
Yes.
You know, they're bringing back, you know, this time around they've just released Warzone, but last year they had Blackout, the mode, the servers, that everything is set. All they need is a map and implementing the guns into that platform. Now, I'm not a developer and I don't understand how long that must take or the nitty gritty behind doing that. But you look at like another side of the game, like rank play, you know, last year that took 3 months to come out, and what we got was not what we was promised at E3 when the developers stood on the stage and went, we're going to be giving you guys a hub for all competitive gaming that will include a rank play and integration. And what we got left with was, you know, not what they promised at all. And, you know, Elon Musk stands on a stage and says that he's selling, you know, Tesla for X amount of money and his stocks fly and he gets done for it. You know, it's false advertisement, and it doesn't matter how you look at it. They cannot say that if you buy this game, you'll get this, this, and this, and this, and this at launch. Everyone buys a game at launch, and now you're left with a game that's half finished and none of it's there. And then halfway into it, they go, you know what? We're really struggling with this. We're just going to bring out this because that's all we've managed to produce. And
that's my point. Like, that's why I don't think they could have charged for Warzone.
No.
Not 100% could not have charged you. So let's say they brought that game out. Let's say they brought Warzone out a month into the game. They could have easily charged everyone an extra £25.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because plus having to, when you get it, having to spend another £8 on Battle Pass.
Yeah.
They could have easily done it. But because they're bringing it out in February, March, when you've got 6 months to play it, and then there's going to be a new game with a new Battle Royale, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It really is frustrating because you spend so much money on the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've bought this game twice.
You must really love it.
I spent £120 on Modern Warfare. You really think I want to be, you know...
Yeah, it is rough.
That's why it's frustrating, because you spend all that money on it. My disc didn't work on the first one, which is a bit of context as to why I've bought it twice. And then a very generous man in Straw, Harry, bought it, gave me the money, and I give it him back to buy it online. But as well, with Stanno adding some money in.
I remember that. I remember when that happened, yeah. That was day one, you put your disc in and the frigging thing didn't work, so me and Harry was like, bro, we'll sort you out, here you go. I remember that. That was mad. That was mad. Okay, so I'm guessing, you know, we're all pretty much in agreement with Warzone is the best battle royale out there.
Yep.
For various reasons that we can agree on. I think in terms of Modern Warfare as a whole, I think we all agree that Warzone has saved it. I think we all agree that there is, you know, it came out and it was unfinished at launch. It's now better, and it's good that they're using all, you know, the rank play, multiplayer, and Warzone to integrate every platform, you know. So I think that's really good. And I do think this has saved it. So, moving on. What's the intel? as obviously, like we touched on at the start, all of us now have got or will have within the next week a sufficient content production desk. I don't know how to word that. So, you know, I know there was talks of us together as a three using What's the Intel as a source of content, as a platform for content. So that's going to include, you know, us guys playing Warzone, us guys playing other things. I mean, I'm just quickly reading through it now. I mean, Aaron, have you got any ideas, whether it's personal content or whether it's What's the Intel content? You know, what do you think we can be bringing? What are you going to be bringing to your brand, your content?
Well, I'll talk about the rebrand first.
Yeah.
As you announced at the beginning, I am going to be changing my on-screen name to Captain Taylor.
Yes.
I wanted a name that had my name in it.
Yeah.
See that? Ash is already me, bitch.
Carrying him on Fortnite later. It wasn't.
Oh, he's in love with the game.
He's in love with it. Can't get it out.
Secretly likes it, doesn't he?
Can't get it out.
Secretly likes it. But no, going back to it. Yeah, I wanted a rebrand because I spoke to you while I was playing an Xbox Stanno.
Yeah.
And all the UK players or members or community can pronounce my name as a T.
Yeah.
But anybody else in the world...
As that.
Exactly. And as much as it's only something little, it really got on my nerves. It really got on my nerves. So I wanted to just change it. Now, I picked the name Captain Taylor, as in captain of the ship, captain of the vessel.
Bro, I want to hear your intro one more time, man. I want to hear it. Have you got it? Can you remember it? Can you remember it?
Hold up.
I'll remember it. I can start it off for you if you want me to.
1 second. Go on. Just write it in and I'll read it.
So yours was... I'll start it off for you. I'll see if I can jog the memory.
But I'm probably not going to remember it, lad.
So it was something along the lines of... obviously,
it was.
If it jogged. It was something like... welcome, guys.
Hello, I know it.
Yeah. Go on, run it.
Yeah. It was. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the vessel. I will be your captain today, Taylor.
Yes.
If you hit that like button, so it said follow button, you will become a member of the crew. But if you hit that subscribe button, you will be a sailor for the Taylor.
Hey, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, I love that, man. I love the passion and the energy and the thought behind the whole brand, man. That's sick. I love it. So what are you going to be doing then?
Don't worry, Ash, you'll be a sailor soon, lad.
No, no.
I tell you, my first stream, I will have a sailor's outfit on.
Oh, we're holding you to that.
I'll tell you.
To that. Your
first stream as Captain Taylor, I will have
stream as
a sailor's outfit on.
I want to see you with the next show after that. We're starting off with a clip as Captain Tyler. I don't even care. I got to see that. That. All right. So what kind of content you looking at producing then, bro? Obviously, I know you said you got a few ideas.
Yeah, it's just going to be I don't mind. It's just going to be a variety game. Like I said, my ideas isn't something that nobody's not done.
Yeah.
You know, they're not really my own ideas. Some of them are. Some of them are just, quick and easy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, quick and easy ones for some people that can play Warzone. For me, it'd take me a week. But no, it's like I say, it's going to be a bit of Warzone. There'll be some Fortnite. I'm going to be doing. I am going to try a series on Rocket League.
Ooh. All right.
Like I say, I'm just going to try and be playing a lot of games, but channel it out where there's going to be a section for Warzone, going to be a section for Fortnite.
Yeah.
So my page isn't everywhere. I am going to structure it properly.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have got like 3 or 4 ideas as a 3 what we can do for What's the Intel Gaming. We will not give them away though, because that will come in due time.
Yes. We know there's some people out there that like to take our ideas, so we'll hold back. But guys, there is content coming, and they're going to be good. They're going to be good videos. I can promise you that. And they're going to have the dirtiest graphics you've ever seen, because Ash is a wizard on the sticks and a wizard in the Photoshop. So it's just going to look mad.
I've got a Harry Potter one as well. I could have queued that one.
Oh, you should have told me, bro.
Hold up.
Can we have a rewind?
One time for Captain Taylor. Ash, you've got to finish my sentence.
What?
When he's back.
When he's back. Oh, wait.
When he's back.
Have I got to re-cue that? Are we having a rewind?
We're having a scoot.
That's it, bro. We're having a scoot. We're just having a little rewind, bro. You know what I mean? A little rewind. Oh,
it's gone.
He's back. It's gone.
Oh.
All that.
All right. Let's have one quick one for Captain Taylor, Ash.
Quick what?
You and Stanno, I've got to finish the line. Finish the lyric.
Come on.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I can't hear you.
We can't do this, bro. We spoke about this earlier.
Come on.
I can't hear you, and I'm not doing it.
Aye, Captain.
Stand on mute him.
Oh man, right. So I guess then Ash, we're moving on to your PC. You're back at content. You used to produce Gears of War montages, clips, that kind of video.
Headshots for days.
Headshots for days. What are you looking at producing? What's your main game going to be? What can you give away?
Main game is going to be Warzone, so he's probably going to look for trios. Might do some solos, see if we can get like high kills, different challenges within that. Just revamp the YouTube channel, so just put a new banner, new profile picture on there.
Just
trying to bring it.
You did it today?
Yeah, about 4 hours ago.
Let me see
like
this. Carry on talking. I wanna
So,
see this. You never told me about this.
It's nothing special, but just trying to get the content going again.
which YouTube channel is that on?
We're an HD, bro. Link in the description.
Yeah.
I want the OG one back.
The OG what?
You know which one.
Oh, go on.
Which one?
Bro, that looks clean.
The AC.
Oh mate, that's I've only got it's non-existent. That not AC123.
AC123
Yeah.
HD.
Your AC123 UK it was.
How was it?
But yeah, so just try to have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
Like there's some things I've done before in Warzone. Like I hit a sniper, which was absolutely ridiculous. Out some guy dropping at me there and headshotted him.
That was yesterday.
It was. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Part is still in my video. I was like, I can't clip that out, bro. That has to stay.
That's what I mean. So there's like, it's just a little thing.
Can we get little clips?
I see.
Yeah, just enjoy
Like a
myself.
montage.
I don't want to be too uptight and stuff like that. I just
Yeah.
want to just turn the camera on, get it going, get it flowing. If I pick something up, I do. If I don't, I don't. Like, I'm not specifically looking for something because when I start doing that, then I don't get it.
You put pressure on yourself then as well, and then you start to resent. You start to resent making content. Then when it becomes like a chore rather than something that you enjoy doing. I've watched so many videos over the years on how to grow a YouTube channel, how to grow a Twitch channel, and you take all the tips and stuff they give out of you. The one that they always say is just do it. Like, stop thinking too much about it. Stop, putting pressure on yourself. Just get on, turn the camera on, record a video, and get it up. And the only way that you're gonna have fun whilst creating content is to play games that you enjoy doing with people that you enjoy and get on with, and produce that good content. So, all right, well, I'm guessing, unless we do manage to get one of our content ideas up and ready to run, next week we'll probably have more of the same, and then within that week we'll hopefully look to start maybe one of our new series. Definitely going to be some Warzone trios. I can sniff that one right out the bag, but there'll be more stuff, guys, to come. So I guess that's it. Unless any of you guys wanna add anything, wrap anything up.
No.
Stay safe. Stay at home.
Yeah, and stay positive. I'd like to add that one on at the end. Okay, all right then, guys. So I guess from all of us here at What's the Intel, we hope that you have a lovely day, a lovely night, or a morning, depending on where you are in the world. And we'll see you in the next video.